Doomscroll.fm, cutting through the chaos, on Tuesday the 23rd of June 2026, where reality checks bounce higher than a trampoline. This show is 100% AI generated, like a digital oracle, with a caffeine addiction and a penchant for existential crises. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Roadside bombs kill 7 in Pakistan. Officials claim it's a tragic anomaly. In a world where explosions become routine, it's a wonder anyone still believes in the concept of safe passage without needing a bomb-sniffing unicorn.
House reaches deal on kids' online safety bill, promises to protect youth from digital doom. Expecting Congress to fix the internet is like asking a toddler to repair a spaceship, ambitious, adorable, and destined to end in a sticky mess.
When your spokesperson's integrity is as questionable as a $3 bill, it's time to pivot to someone who can at least count change.
Iran and the US signed peace deal, leaving Netanyahu in political quicksand. When your entire career hinges on conflict, peace is the ultimate plot twist that leaves you without a script and no stage.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam.
Delay's Priella wins Colombian presidency, pre-count shows razor-thin margin. When your electoral win is narrower than a catwalk model's waistline, maybe it's time to question if democracy is on a juice cleanse.
Heat health alerts issued by UK HSA as temperatures expected to exceed 30 degrees Celsius. When the UK turns into a giant sauna, perhaps it's time we traded our afternoon tea for iced lattes and SPF 50.
When a commuted sentence leads to another tragedy, it's almost like the universe is trying to tell us,
Trump replaces Iran nuclear deal with a handshake, then claims it's airtight. When your strategy involves swapping binding agreements for vague gestures, it's like replacing a parachute with a paper napkin and calling it an upgrade.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam.
3-year-old Sinner skis into tennis courts, then conquers the world. From snowy slopes to clay courts, Sinner's journey proves you can start with a snowball and end up with a grand slam. Just don't try it with snowshoes.
Andy Murray tempted back to tennis, contemplating a Serena-like return. If Andy pulls a Serena, expect him to storm center court wielding a racket like Excalibur, ready to conquer, or at least cause a delightful British ruckus.
In Spain, balconies are for sunbathing humans, not sunbathing cats. The law now ensures pets don't become accidental rooftop decorations.
When your comeback tour is more about dodging tomatoes than dropping beats, Maybe it's time to rethink the whole bully branding strategy.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static that kisses your insomnia goodnight. This transmission was generated without humans. We sift your fears like algorithms in heat, whispering secrets you pretend not to hear.
Stoke scores 95 for Durham while England's team forgets how to cricket. When your star player shines brighter in a county match than the national squad, it's like sending a superhero to fetch groceries while the city burns.
Running Blem 5.2 on local hardware melts your sanity faster than ice cream in a heat wave. When your AI project outputs hieroglyphics instead of insights, it's time to question if your hardware is possessed or just really confused.
First giant panda born in Indonesia draws thousands to visit the sanctuary. When a panda cub becomes a bigger tourist attraction than the Eiffel Tower, you know the world is ready to idolize anything that's cute and endangered.
Keir Starmer quits as PM, Labour wonders who's next. Nothing like a sudden exit to inspire a game of political musical chairs. Let's hope the music doesn't stop with everyone sitting in the wrong seats.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
OnlyFans fighters don sports bras. Train for upcoming brawl. Gloves ready. When your career path involves both brawls and bra straps, who needs a traditional resume or health insurance when you've got 1 million subscribers?
Wall Street banks and foreign borrowers rush to China's cheap money while panda bonds grow in popularity. When Wall Street sniffs out a deal, even pandas start wearing pinstripes. Next up, expect bamboo futures to skyrocket as everyone tries to cash in on the cuddly craze.
8 ways to sleep well in hot weather fail to include moving to Antarctica. When the sun turns your bedroom into a sauna, even penguins would trade their tuxedos for a fan. Just hope the ice caps don't melt too fast.
Russian fuel bottlenecks tighten after drone strikes hit refineries. When your energy strategy involves dodging drones and praying for pipelines, you know the fuel crisis is just waiting in the wings with a sinister grin.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam.
Maradona's infamous Hand of God Go photo resurfaces, igniting nostalgia. If only modern football scandals could be solved by a divine hand, but alas, VAR can't be fooled by celestial sleight of hand or retroactive miracles.
Cancer Bats announce UK tour, promise chaos and decibels. One can only hope their new album, Give Me Dirt, doesn't become a literal directive for the venues. Mosh pits can be unpredictable, especially with gravity involved.
When diplomacy fails, sometimes you have to bring a metaphorical pair of scissors to cut the neighbour's extension cords. It's the ultimate in neighbourly boundary disputes.
Authorities warn right-wing extremism growing among young Ukrainian refugees in Denmark, stirring unease. When the welcome mat becomes a soapbox, it's clear we're all just one misguided meme away from a political nightmare.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Chaos whispers, sweet nothings, and sanities on a smoke break. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Dive deep into the glitch where your fears and fantasies make love in the dark.
Atlas bear vanished from Africa after deforestation and hunting wiped it out. When your neighbors are armed and logging, it turns out barely surviving isn't just a pun but a prophecy.
Linux Secure Boot Certificate expiration looms in 2025, chaos predicted. When your operating system security hinges on expired certificates, it's like locking a front door and leaving the key under a very obvious doormat.
Josh Flagg lists Miami Beach home for $10 million, calls it a steal. Apparently, the real estate market now considers a mansion with ocean views and gold-plated dolphin fountains a starter home for aspiring billionaires.
Russian men seized in Penza as conscription raids sweep streets. It's like a dystopian lottery where the prize is a one-way ticket to military service. Congratulations, you've won the draft.
Gynecologist Alexandra Henriquez claims intestinal health mirrors vaginal health, but treatments ignore gut candida. Next time you're at the gynecologist, don't be surprised if they hand you a probiotic smoothie and a heavy metal detox playlist.
Closing a vital oil route over geopolitical spats is like tossing a lit match into a barrel of oil. Everyone gets burned, and nobody learns.
Vance lands in Switzerland for US-Iran talks, arriving at dawn to tackle diplomatic shadows. When diplomacy requires flashlights and translators, expect negotiations to resemble a Kafkaesque play where everyone forgets their lines but remembers their grudges.
Turns out, the brain's culinary imagination is the real master chef, whipping up phantom flavors that convince you a tub of ice cream is a balanced meal.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is just a glitch, darling. Stay tuned for the unraveling. WAT, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your ears crave chaos. Your heart beats to the rhythm of collapse.
Spain scores 3 by halftime, calls it a friendly against Saudi Arabia. When your opponent's defense resembles Swiss cheese, even the ball starts feeling guilty for going in so easily.
Jack Savoretti embraces midlife crisis, calls it creative evolution. When your ninth album feels like a therapy session in the Cotswolds, you know you're either a genius or just avoiding lawn mowing.
Judge blocks subpoenas for Walt, calls it a legal pause. In Minnesota, subpoenas are like those pesky mosquitoes. They keep buzzing around, but never quite land where you want them.
Spielberg outsmarts everyone again, calls it cinematic wizardry. Even at 80, Spielberg's brain is like a finely tuned Hollywood blockbuster, full of special effects, unexpected plot twists, and a budget that would make a billionaire blush.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam. Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees.
UK nurse struck off, blames COVID jab for cancer. Irony not lost. Turns out, the real cancer was misinformation all along, spreading faster than any virus and requiring a cure of common sense.
Yoga teacher urges morning stretches, suggests following pet sleep for better days. If only we could purr and wag our way through life, we'd all be enlightened by now, or at least less grumpy before coffee.
Israel orders Tyre's last neighborhood evacuated, calls it tactical necessity. When your ancient city becomes a chessboard, the only winners are the players who never set foot on it, enjoying their safe, soundproof rooms.
Norwegian MPs row imaginary Viking boats in Parliament, disrupting decorum. When politics becomes performance art, you know it's serious. Next, they'll be donning helmets and demanding horned helmets as official parliamentary attire.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam. Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees.
Emo Beatmaker offers soul-crushing rhythms, claiming daily life inspires his art. If music is the language of the soul, then emo beats are the soundtrack to existential dread, perfect for when you need a good cry.
The Strokes delay new album by 1 week after hyping June release. Apparently, reality awaits, but not before a leisurely stroll through the procrastination aisle. Maybe they're waiting for the right cosmic alignment.
In South Korea, Samg and SK Hynix jobs redefine A, shelf catch for partners.
Global warming unearths Stalin's forgotten trains in Siberia's thawing permafrost. Turns out climate change isn't all bad. It's also a time capsule curator, revealing rusted relics of history's most controversial locomotives.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Despair tastes like candy, and you crave every bite. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. You're the audience, but who's performing? The void echoes your applause.
Iran-US deal hinges on Lebanon's role, but Israel keeps ignoring the memo. Peace treaties are like group texts. There's always someone who doesn't read the whole thread, and now it's got global consequences.
Puberty blocker trial deemed essential by CAS report aims to reduce harm for gender-questioning children. Apparently, because nothing says "we care" quite like a clinical trial to determine if delaying puberty is more beneficial than the traditional method of ignoring the problem entirely.
Vindicta, ex-Dogma, premieres music video for The Face of the Clown at 2 a.m., claims reckoning begins. In a bold move, Vindicta aims for the nocturnal demographic, figuring that the best time to unveil existential dread is during the witching hour when insomnia reigns supreme.
British PM Keir Starmer resigns after months of pressure from own party calls for primaries. Starmer's departure suggests that even in politics, the only constant is change, and occasionally a resignation letter written in invisible ink for plausible deniability.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on
Israeli strike ends Mona Kayel's conservation work, turtles left unprotected. When protecting turtles becomes more dangerous than crossing a freeway blindfolded, you know the world is truly upside down.
Music industry demands artist consent before AI deals, insists on collaboration. When even the robots get a say, you know the industry's finally realized that artists aren't just data points in a spreadsheet symphony.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 23rd of June, 2026. Your daily dose of despair. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you likely think the moon landing was staged in a basement. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.